In this video, I'm going to talk about our new custom component and the value that it adds to configuring your VividCharts experience. If you have individuals who are working in ServiceNow, sometimes you just want to make it as simple and as easy as possible for them to see the reports. Today, depending on the roles that they have, you might come into your All menu and search for VividCharts, and you would see that you have VividCharts in your menu. If you don't have the right roles, you might not see this, and so maybe not all of your end users have that, so you have to provide links in other ways to that. One of the things that we've heard is that people want to start having some of their VividCharts assets inside of workspaces that their end users are already using. So for example, if I go to Workspaces here, you can see I got the configurable CSM workspace, I got the project workspace, I got the asset workspace, etc. And so maybe you want those reports showing up in those workspaces. So in this release, one of the things that we're doing is providing a custom component that gives you access. So in this case, if you've never seen this, this is the UI builder. It allows me to configure different workspaces. For this example, I just created a custom workspace and experience, and there's nothing on it at the moment. I just have the shell of the workspace. When we go over here, we can see, I have the ability to add the different components and stuff. Gonna go ahead, I have a one column component added here. I'm gonna add another component. And if you scroll down, you can see we now have this VividCharts Report Center component. If I select that, you can see I now start getting this menu. It's very similar to the VividCharts homepage, but I have this component that gives me reports and all the different categories. So let's go ahead and we'll preview this. We'll open it in a new path. And so this isn't designed to, I haven't designed the experience other than putting this one component on here. It's more than likely that I would add other components here and configure this workspace in different ways. But it just shows you that we have ways to set this up so that you can start allowing users to have access to those reports inside the workspace. Let's look at a very specific example. Let's go back over here. Let's go to the project workspace where I have this set up. Well, let's go home. Okay, so if I'm in project workspace, one of the things that I configured here, and again, you can configure, because these workspaces are configurable, there's many ways you can configure this. But if I'm a project manager, I'm in here and I'm looking at my projects, I can see them all. But I added this reports button. So when I click on reports, it takes me over. I'm still in the project workspace, but I now have access to the reports that I want to see. In this case, I may be a project manager and, I want to make sure I'm always easily able to access my strategic Gantt chart. And in this case, I'll click on it and that takes me over to the Gantt chart. Now I have my strategic Gantt. I can refresh the data. I can export this however I want to use it. So again, the configurable custom component that is now available for your configurable workspaces inside of UIB is one of the additions to this release.